Hey everybody, Multiclassic Gamer here. Welcome back to more Metroid Prime Trilogy. Specifically Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. We're near the end of the game, folks. We're getting all the suit upgrades that I missed, and as well as mainly, well, mostly just missile expansions and, just expansion stuff we already have. So anyways, fun little story to tell in this episode. Remember how I was talking about getting like more stuff for recording and like more equipment and whatnot in the last episode, like new capture card and stuff like that. Well, I might have to get a new capture card soon anyways, because to be fair, I've had this Elgato since like 2017 or 2016. No, I'm pretty sure it was 2017, yeah, when I got it. And I remember my mom was the one who got it for me, actually, and it was like a birthday present, I think, back at the time, or something like that. Either way, so I've had it for a few years now. And so it's to be expected, and with it being, it's also an far outdated version of the thing, too. Because after they released the Elgato HD 60, they eventually came out with the Elgato HD 60S, and then the Elgato HD 60S Plus now. But right as before I get too much into the story, I will say that we're in Torvus Bog, obviously, in the subterranean area, and right now I'm going to Dark Torvus to get all the stuff in the the subterranean Dark Torvus Bog. Okay, so that's basically what the idea is for this for the duration of this episode, as long as I'm telling the story, because by the time I'm done getting all the suit upgrades here, I should be done telling the story. And it's not that complicated a story. But starting off here, obviously we got this we got a screw attack wall jump for a missile expansion, just like we did in Inghive already one time. But of course we still got to focus on this first before I can tell the story, because yeah, it takes a little bit of focus to do these screw attack wall jumps, especially this one right here where it's like a little wide, so you gotta time it a little differently than you're probably used to. Yeah, there we go. There's another missile expansion. There's also that one that I had trouble getting in the tunnel way back in the day, or whatever episode that was back at the time. But whatever. Okay, so back to the story. So yeah, the Elgato that I have is outdated, and it's to be expected that it's not gonna it wouldn't last forever. It has its issues, but obviously, whatever issue it is it's having, it's minor, because obviously I'm recording right now with it. Well, here's the thing. The Elgato HD60, it will input and output an HDMI while also, connected to your computer through USB. So it has a, HDMI port on one side, one on the other, for the input and for the output. And obviously input it from whatever console you're recording from, which in this case is my Wii U. And, and then you output it, and, and you have to output it to some sort of HDMI display device, because the display, you have a display on your TV, obviously, or on your computer with it, just to make sure that it's recording fine, and just as a preview of sorts. But at the same time, it doesn't. It has major lag, so you can't depend on the preview to see what you're doing. Unlike with the Dazzle HD, which I could do for several years, actually. So you have to output it somewhere, obviously. So I output it onto my Vizio TV. So I can, not only that, but it's also more convenient for a Let's Play of a Wii game, because, it's more, that way I can have the the Wii Motion sensor bar further away from me, at a reasonable distance to where it will work properly. And, so that's how I have it set up. Well, for some reason, right as of today, I can't get any sound out of my TV of the game, essentially. Like, otherwise it's showing, the game is showing up fine on my TV, but I can't see anything like at all. So I hope I'm not this is the crypt and then the sacrificial chamber. Okay, should be good going this way. Yeah, I can't see getting any sound out of my TV for some reason. Now, the TV itself is working fine, because when I go to another input source, it works just fine, or as well as the SmartCast, because it's a Vizio Smart TV. And, oh, great, not you guys. Well, whatever. So yeah, I don't know why I can't get any sound out of it. I can only guess that's the capture card itself. I tried, you know, starting and, where's the, oh. It took me way too long to find you, so you end up unfreezing. Well, too bad. Okay. So yeah, without being able to get to sound out of the TV, it's not an issue to you guys, obviously. Like, you can still, obviously, the recording shows up just fine. But the issue with not being able to hear the game as I'm recording it live, the problem with that is that I need the game to be outputting sounds, so that way I can hear it in the recording. Like, just loud enough that I can hear in the recording, but not loud enough that it's distracting in the actual episode when I release the episode. Oh, wow. So you can fall into the pool right here, and they give you steps to get out. So that way you don't get stuck in there. Because I don't think I'm not sure if the gravity boost works in the Ing water. It probably does. I'm sure it does, but we'll have an opportunity to test it here. We'll see in one of these rooms. Yeah, back to the story. So yeah, the problem with that is that I need it as like a guide to help me sync up the audio, the commentary with the game, basically. You know, so that way you're not hearing the game a few seconds after after what actually happened. So it's just really, it's kind of complicated, but also should make sense a little bit. It's just, you know, just trying to sync up the commentary and audio, or commentary with the game. So that way, and if I do correctly, and the game audio and the commentary are perfectly, you know, in sync, you won't be able to tell that the game audio is playing, because they'll be perfectly in sync, and thus you're hearing it two different places, so if anything, just echoes it. Okay, I can see right there, and it's right there. Do I need to break a block to get to it, or what? But you can see right there. You saw it just a second ago, right? It's right there. You can see on the right of the screen there. So I'm not crazy. There is a missile expansion there, but how do you get to it? I can't jump to the right here. I'm trying to, and then I try, okay, so I can jump up here, and then to the right here, and then left? Yeah, that doesn't seem to work. So next thing I try is jumping to the left right here, and, oh, like that. So you have to jump up from the middle, up left, and then up right. Okay, it's just, why couldn't I get that before? Back when I was originally going through Torvus Bog, you know, Dark Torvus Bog, I don't get it. I really don't get it. That missile expansion was just the worst, let me tell you. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on missile expansions. 225, yeah. We should definitely have all of them at this point so far. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is the Sacrificial Chamber where we fought the Grapple Guardian. For whatever reason, like, after you lower, because, like, the top half of the room comes down after you defeat the Grapple Guardian, and then for some reason it puts up these barriers here, which are made of Denzium, so you have to break them with the power bomb. So I'm not exactly sure, like, why after you defeat the Grapple Guardian, the game doesn't want you to go left or right this way. Like, I don't know why. Like, you have to go straight back to that one room in the center, the under Temple Shaft. I don't know why. Like, why does the game force you to go that way? It's weird. Oh, I just got lovely. Let's do this. Okay, so the Hunter Ink they're definitely invincible for most of the time, like, unless they're attacking you, it looks like. Because I've hit it so many times, it definitely would have been dead by now. How about this? That'll kill ya. Oh, that was great. So that's just the, like, does it use like 30 of both ammunition as well as 5 missiles, I'm pretty sure, so you don't want to use it too often. But, like, are you going to use it too often? Is anyone going to use the Sonic Boom too often with how, you know, underwhelming it is, in all things considered? There we go. Yeah, Warrior Ring are still annoying, even if you have a way to defeat them. Is this where I go? Nope, this pool's here for no reason, basically. Like, there's no... doesn't lead anywhere. It looks like it should, but it doesn't. But that won't be the case in the next room, I can assure you that. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, trying to... Yeah, so that's just the whole point of the story. Is the fact that, you know, the audio's not coming out of my TV, so I can't... I normally wouldn't be able... At this point, I normally wouldn't be able to use the game as a... the game audio as a, you know, guide to sync up the commentary with the game. But my solution to that, my quick fix for now, instead of getting a new capture card, because those are kind of, you know, not a little on the pricey side, the Elgato HD60S Plus, from what I saw on Amazon, I think it's like 180 bucks, somewhere around there. So it's not that bad, but for a capture card that is a bit more pricey. But I think it would definitely be worth it for what I'm trying to do. Obviously, I'm trying to do 4K Let's Plays at some point, so I think it'd be helpful for that sort of thing. I'm just gonna get rid of these guys just because I don't want them to be a bother while I'm trying to do what I need to do in here. You may recall, though, that this room did have a, in fact, didn't I show you? I think this is, no, that was the, no, yeah, I think I showed you. This is the room where I showed you the, how you can see the silhouette of the ink cache from Light Aether. Just killed the Dark Retchlings there. So, this pool, we can actually go down, and there's actually stuff to do down here. I already showed you that the ink cache is in here, so that should be clear. But first thing you're going to run into is these creatures right here. And actually, they're mechanoids. And I think this, if I'm not mistaken, this should be the last Aether creature log right here. Yes, it is, in fact. It's a watch drone. Rogue sentry mechanoid. Indestructible. But irritated by bright light. Target can be herded out of place by exposure to light. It just so happens, conveniently, they have beacons located directly above these things. So, I'm not exactly sure, like, what the in-game story about this is. Like, how did... These creatures are... These mechanoids are Illuminath origin. The Illuminath designed them. So... I feel like if the Ing were to take possession of them, they would be attacking you, in addition to just sitting there blocking your way to the Ing cache. I don't know. But maybe the Ing just stole them but didn't possess them? I don't know. It's weird. But either way, the resting place of the Ing cache is right here. There we go. I always feel tempted to do like something like overpowered with these guys, just cause why not? Makes me feel like overpowered, I guess, whenever I do that. But yeah, I just don't. It's not worth it at this time. I don't want to go around wasting ammunition too much. But yeah, these creatures should be the last ether. It should be the last ether creatures that you scan, essentially. Because you're not going to be able to see them until you get the light suit. Because you can't even get down here without the light suit. You just sit on top and take damage for however that works. Now, I believe this is it for the underground, the subterranean, dark subterranean Torvus bog. I'll never be able to say it properly without issues. But yeah, I think that's it. So, our next step is Torvus Bog, above ground. Conveniently, we have a light portal right next to us, so let's do that, because we have to go back to Light Aether in order to get to the other half of Torvus Bog. Because in Dark Aether, the subterranean area and the regular area and above ground area are separated. As I keep on saying over and over again, as if you're dumb and forget these things. I know you won't, but I don't know. I just feel like telling people who are just tuning in with me and have been watching the previous episodes. You always, as a Let's Player, you have to assume with any episode that you record, even if it's not the first episode, like you expect people to watch the first episode of Let's Play first, but that's not always the case. Sometimes people discover you halfway through one of your Let's Plays and they're going to watch the most recent video that you posted, so I do take into consideration that any video I make, like any video I put on YouTube, could be the first video of mine that someone watches, so I do acknowledge that. Alright. So long, Subterranean Torvus. It was nice hearing the the red soil theme, I think that's called, from Super Metroid, an updated version of it, because it is fantastic. I used to find it very relaxing. I don't care for it that much, but I still will acknowledge to my grave that it's a great song. Okay, now regular Torvus Bog. Here we go. So yes, with the Wii U, I am I'm listening to the game audio through my Wii U gamepad, because the Wii U is pretty much the only console where I can do that, where I can actually I have another way of listening to the game audio besides the HDMI source or the HDMI out that I'm outputting my Wii U to. So it's a good fix just for doing games on my Wii U, but that's about it, because otherwise I'm just gonna have to get a new capture card, or maybe it'll just work next time I use it. I don't know. I really don't know. But either way, I'm trying to, just marathon and get through the rest of this game, essentially. At least the rest of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Because first of all, I'm at the point of Let's Play where I'm just heavily invested by the way I can break these roots on the street with the power bomb. Which you didn't know that, and I just showed you. There you go. The tree breaks that wall for you, revealing another missile expansion. So there's a lot of those to go around. So hopefully you're able to hear... Well, actually, no. Hopefully you're not able to hear it, and I synced up the audio just fine. But the Wii U gamepad is, even at its highest volume, is quieter than the TV, so either way. And I have it so close to the microphone, so at least I can still hear it a little bit, but hopefully you won't be able to hear it too bad once when you're actually watching the episode. Now, in the room where our portal generator is, you may have noticed way back in the day, but there is a bridge or a platform floating out there. A platform would not be there just for no reason. So obviously you should be able to use that platform for something. It's got to have a use to it. There's no way they put there for no reason. So what you got to do is you got to do a very well-timed screw attack to make your way to the platform without falling. It's not easy. You will fall a few times probably on your first try, but it's all about timing basically. Gotta know when the proper time is to do your screw attack, and this is probably now, actually. Just be 2 screw attacks. There we go. And that gets us another energy tank, and that is number 13, because I can tell by the spacing that there is only 1 left. And I will tell you right now, the last energy tank is actually here in Torvus Bog. It's not too far from us. We are probably not going to be getting in this episode, but close enough. Maybe next episode. Actually, definitely next episode we're going to be getting it. And it's pretty much a long-winded room actually getting to that energy tank, but it'll definitely be worth it to have all of them. Interestingly enough, with a Hyper Mode playthrough on Metroid Prime 1 specifically, but I'll probably do that with this game as well. In fact, I'm sure I did back in the day when I did my original Hyper Mode attempt on this game. I go straight for the energy tanks first. Like, any energy tank I have the ability to get, I'm going to go straight for it, because that's the obvious thing to do with a Hyper Mode run, because you're taking more damage whenever you get hit by enemies. But at the same time, there's a bit more potential strategy to it, because the energy tank refills your energy instantly when you pick it up. The only other time you can do that is with the save station. So, let's say an energy tank is nearby, but you have full energy. Do you want to put it off for a while and get a little further into the game, and then when you're low on energy, go back for it real quick just to get your energy refilled, and as well as get the energy tank? That's the sort of thing that comes to mind when doing a Hyper Mode run. First, it's just a veteran mode, which is I just go for the suit upgrades first, and then everything else afterwards. I only get the expansions and whatnot, like the extra stuff, if it happens to be on the way to said suit power. Anyways, we haven't been in here yet. This is the light ether version of the arena where we fought the Boost Guardian. Well, this is actually the room leading to it, more specifically. So you're going to twist these 2 platforms here, or whatever they're called, and this is going to lead you into this game's version of that awful half-pipe from Prime 1. This is not as bad, but it's still pain in the ass. You have to boost your way up to this missile expansion, but this is nowhere near as bad as the one in Prime 1. It's still pretty bad and pretty annoying, but not anywhere near nightmarish as that one. This one you won't get stuck on as easily as that one, but I still, yeah. It's not a memory I'm exactly happy to remind myself of. So, anyways, oh, yeah, I might as well get these guys out of the way so that way I can stand still and not have to freak out when I will pause the game when I go to when I'm ready to record the next episode. There we go. Okay, next time on Metroid Prime Trilogy, specifically Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we're going to get the final energy tank of the game, actually, right here in this room where we're in Dark Ether. We fought the Boost Guardian.